butnu production. Hello everyone, and welcome to this final episode of our Greek Odyssey. Last time we left off with us heading to Ancient Corinth, so let's take a look at what we found there. Well, we just pulled up, we're at Ancient Corinth now, and already, like straight away, you can probably see behind me, ruins, and if we turn this way, more ruins. It's wicked, there's tons of stuff here, and they say there's nothing to see at Corinth. So as usual, before we look around the site, we're just going to have a quick look around the museum to put it into context a bit, you know. This museum was awesome. There were tons of great statues, a really well preserved helmet, which is really rare, a skeleton, children's toys, some etc., some pots, jugs, plates and all that. One thing you see is how the finds in Ancient Corinth reflect a much more decadent society than that of the other states. We see a big focus on the arts and leisure, and there's even evidence of the mass production of souvenirs. There are also some of the finest mosaics you could ever hope to see. At some point in the museum I realised that I'd lost Ben. I didn't let it panic me, however, since if we're both looking around the same area we're going to run into each other sooner or later. So unperturbed, I continued around Ancient Corinth alone. Some people it might just look like, you know, statue after statue and all of that, and it all looks the same.
If you've seen one headless statue with his head and his wing running chopped off, you've seen them all.
What I noticed is how much more sort of decadent the themes of their artwork is, and as well a lot of sexual references. You see these like reliefs of genitals and breasts. And offerings to Athene, and as well like some ankles and things like that as well, yeah. But representations of body parts. So now I'm going to go outside and check out all the temples. I've lost Ben, but I'll find him soon at some point, I'm sure. For all its successes, Corinth had one fatal flaw. It's a bit of a hotspot for earthquakes, so there really isn't much still standing here, but this would have surely been the most fabulous agora in all of Greece. It also had the world's largest stoa as well, which is a big long colonnade type building, kind of like a massive shopping centre. But then that makes sense, I guess it's, you know, it is Corinth. It's kind of hard to see exactly where, but this is roughly where the fountain of Perini would have been, and well, the story goes that she cried so much in grief that the gods turned her into a fountain, and it was actually just a natural spring. But yeah, I always heard the story, so I wanted to see it, and it's really hard to work out where it is. Actually, I'll tell a lie, this is it. Nice fountain. Well, I've been walking for a good 20 minutes now, and I'm getting close to the top, and I can finally see my first fortifications. It is quite a climb, but at the same time it's nowhere near as hard as I thought it would be. Yeah, on with it. In ancient times, this is the point where if you were trying to like come up the hill and you weren't welcome here, you'd just be met by a barrage of javelins and arrows, rocks and things being thrown at you as if you weren't tired enough from walking up the hill. But the funny thing is, most people would have come up here to see the sacred prostitutes. I'll show you that in a minute. St. Paul himself once came into the temple of Aphrodite to persuade the locals to change their lustful ways. As you can imagine, the Corinthians didn't take much notice and carried on with the fun, leaving poor St. Paul making his long trip home alone. Bless him. Whilst I'm up here, I decided I might as well stop for a bite to eat and have a bit of lunch. And what better place to do it? And here it is on the highest bit of the Acrocorinth, the little bit that's left of the temple of Aphrodite. And this is where the courtesans, both male and female, would have offered their religious sexual services to anyone willing to make the direct journey. We don't know exactly how that works.
From the very top you can actually see the entire isthmus, but this spot was much more than strategic, it was also divine.
I've got to get out of it now. I've got to get to the bottom before half an hour, because then they shut the gates, and if you're in here, you're stuck here. So yeah, let's run. It's all downhill from here.
I had to run, but not before a couple of quick photos to remember the day. As I ran down the hill, it occurred to me that I still hadn't seen Ben, and I wasn't too sure what to do about it. I decided to continue back to the hotel and wait for him there.
Just taking a shortcut for a bit of a goat trail, and I just saw another wild turtle, or tortoise. Yeah, cute little things. It's funny, I've just got to the bottom and I've just looked at the time. It took me just over half hour to get up. It took me 12 minutes to get down. Wow, I must have been moving pretty fast. And the momentum just carries you down. Woo! What a journey. So off back into Corinth now for some relaxation time.
Right, so it's day 13. And, 14, it's day 14. Today we're off to Athens. Back to Athens, one more night and then home. We found ourselves a lovely 4-star hotel for €40 just for one night. So and it's got a rooftop restaurant, so yeah.
Should be up to some good
We're
eating.
going to check. Yeah, we're going to go and have dinner up there and stuff. So yeah, and we get to get the train across the Corinth Canal as well, which is something I've been looking forward to do for a long, long time.
So this is it, Corinth Station, the home stretch. On our way back to Athens now, and then after that, back to good old Blighty. Yesterday, Corinth, you probably noticed that I've got this. It's because I had Mass and Communion under Mount Acrocorinth, and then climbed to the top. A spiritual day.
This was one of those moments when it really hit home that our adventure was coming to a close. As we sat on the train watching the world go by, we were both in a very quiet mood. But then we noticed Isthmus coach station whizzed by and then realised the Corinth Canal. In ancient times there was no way of getting ships across here, so they actually just dragged them across a big groove called the Diolkos. This launched an idea to dig this canal, and almost 2,000 years later, it was finally completed.
We thought instead of seeing the Corinth Canal, instead of going to the Corinth Canal, what we would do is see it from the train. But the problem is that we're on a high-speed train. The Corinth Canal is very, very narrow, and therefore we only got to see, it was a massive anticlimax. We saw it for all of about 3 seconds. Blink and you miss it. But still, amazing views from the train. It really is. It's a lovely train journey. It really is. And as for the Corinth Canal, I mean, it's no Beeston Canal, but still looks good.
Be about half hour and we should be in Athens again. It didn't take long before we changed to the Athens Metro, which has some snazzy leopard print window dirt. It was almost a relief to see somewhere we actually recognised after so much travelling. We were both feeling pretty tired from lugging our bags around. But as soon as we hit street level, we made a beeline straight for our bargain posh hotel, the glamorous Hotel Elysos.
Hints of Athens, I feel.
Definitely. Yeah. So we've made it to our new hotel in Athens, the luxurious 4-star Hotel Elysos.
Cheers.
Cheers. And it's an absolute steal at £38 a night, including breakfast and complimentary wines and robes.
I might even take the robe home as a souvenir. I'll check whether they'll charge us for it.
I'm not sure if we're allowed to, but I'm thinking it might be worth looking into. I do need a new dressing gown.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's been a long trip, but seemingly it seems as if no time's passed at all. It seems like only yesterday we were in Metaxorgio.
It absolutely does. Absolutely.
Just to say hello.
After the wonder of just travelling across the Peloponnese and everywhere we've been, and then topping it off with the Corinth Canal, the Diolkos, this is absolutely what we needed. So, yeah.
I think this is just total wine day.
Yeah,
no.
totally. I'm gonna have a bath. Ben's gonna have a bath. Not at the same time. We'll take it in turns.
I've already been down that road before.
Yeah, it's not happening again.
Yeah.
You've probably seen the video.
It was fun, but you know, I mean, we're in a different country, and as they gather, two men bathing together isn't really accepted in this country.
Actually, I think they invented it. Oh wow! Look at this. It's shampoo and bath gel. There's a pretty good view from the hotel roof garden, which also serves as the restaurant.
So the drinks are at the table, and I've gone for a beer. Dave, however, has decided to go gay. So one of the main aspects of this trip has been the amount of, seriously intellectual discussions and dwelling on certain aspects of wisdom and the knowledge of the ancients to sort of further our worldly knowledge, as it were. So Dave, what do you prefer as a slang word for tits? Boobies or knockers?
It was clear that things were soon going to descend into drunken chaos.
Wangers? I quite like wangers.
I don't care for wangers personally. I think the old ones are the best. I mean, I'm more of an orthodox man myself, so I would personally say knockers. But
Knockers is good. Jugs. Quite like jugs. It depends on the breast as to the word I'd use for them, I think.
yeah.
So we've raided the minibar and now we're hanging out in the lift and going up to the roof garden, even though it was locked. But we got someone to unlock it. I'm rolling. Come on, hurry.
No. We got it. No, I've got
it. Zoom right, and there we go. There we go. Do it.
No, Dave, I've got a specific format to it. We're overlooking the Acropolis. It's at night. We've raided the minibar for drinks that will be charged at an extortionate amount.
Color Pente. Color.
And believe me, this is the sort of country where you know about extortion.
I think it's safe to say that the Acropolis and the whole vista from this roof terrace just takes on, no pun intended, but a whole new life after dark.
Funny enough, that Jamie Oliver was cooking on this roof a week or so before we were here. Yeah. Oh no, I forgot about the peanuts. They're from the minibar and I think they cost €8. Nice though.
It's kind of embarrassing, but we're just walking through the hallway and we can clearly hear a couple having sex. For me, it's embarrassing to think that that's going on, and I'm sat here on my own in my room, touching my peanuts.
Okay, so here we are. It's day 12. Day 14.
For fuck's sake, it's day 15!
We've got somewhere to leave our luggage at the hotel and stuff, so pretty much they give us an extra day in Athens. So we're gonna go get the tram, and then we're gonna go to some bookshop. So I've got a book to read on the plane because I've read all my reading material, and I'm gonna get a bit bored on the plane. And that's it really. Grab some souvenirs and check out. See you later.
Just to add to that, for the final time, Greece is the word. It's the word that you heard. It's got groove, it's got feeling. And yeah.
As many of you will know, Ben loves trams. That disappeared. So, after 2 weeks of refusing to get a tram, he'd finally found one that we didn't have to go out of our way to get. So, feeling nice, I gave in and let him have his tram ride.
It was pretty fun though. It's nice tram ride, very scenic. So we're at the end of our trip. We've just had a nice look around Exarchy. We went in the tram, which is something Ben wanted to take off. How was it?
Yeah, it's good.
Everything you wanted?
It's everything I expected and more.
And more.
So much more.
Straight from the horse's mouth. And I managed to find a book shop that sold books in English and got myself a William Gibson novel for the flight, which I'm pretty happy about.
I'm going to be stealing Dave's phone to play Monopoly.
And currently we're sat in a street that we've worked up. It's called Homer. So
obviously in reference to
Homer
Simpson.
So that's pretty special. But yeah, we're going to walk back through central Athens and get Ben some Dutch courage for the flight.
Which, even though I'm still massively hungover from last night, the fact that I'll be getting any Dutch courage inside me and not throwing up will surely be any sort of bonus.
It almost seemed like an omen that we would happen to be drinking our last cafe filtros, or coffee, in a cafe called Homer. One last time we gathered up our bags and made our last journey to the airport. Some people have no respect for special moments though, so one kind local tried to pickpocket me on the metro. Cheeky bugger. Didn't get anything though. So, belongings intact, we made it to the airport. And it looks like it's time for one of those awkward goodbye moments. Right, so we just got to the airport. We've got to go check our bags in and all that stuff. But mixed emotions all round as we're...
Don't really want to leave, but want to get home.
Yeah, exactly. But we've had a great time here, and we hope you've had a great time watching it. And I've certainly learned a lot from this trip, so I hope someone else can share with you. Thanks a lot.
So, it looks like it's goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye. Bye. I miss you.
Butnu
Bye.
Production.